Okay, good morning. I wasn't sure what to do this morning, so I just thought, look, I'm just going to. I had these pictures from the Facebook sale, and I thought I was kind of desperately looking around, thinking, what'll I do today that isn't the same as every other day? And I mean, it doesn't matter if it's the same as every other day, but I feel if I'm kind of instigating things, that I'd like to have some bit of freshness going on. And as usual, I've got 10 minutes. And just whatever pens are here, really. Look, I'll start with this. I was particularly delighted by that sunflower, And I don't know if you were tuned in there at the weekend, I sold a sunflower painting, so I was delighted with myself. For the Macmillan Cancer Research exhibition, completely black now. And so this is kind of like a little nod to the sunflower. I think this is acrylic ink, an acrylic pen, which is very satisfying. I didn't expect it to be so dark, actually. Although I still might put some more blue underneath it to represent the dark of the center of the sunflower. I think it needs to be a little bluish. Yeah, that just takes the heat out of it a little bit, that blue. And I think if I was to do it the other way around, the poor blue marker wouldn't work at all. Okay, so let's see. So I've got a Zoom call at 10 o'clock, which is in only about 20 minutes. So I'm really giving myself a little, I mean, all of these drawings and stuff every day, all these videos you can see are just some little bit of a nod to creativity, without having to be masterpieces or any sort of thing, just a little bit of sitting down and kind of together with others, knowing that there's other people all over the place doing it too, which is lovely. Making some few marks on paper. And it's a time, I suppose, then as well, where you could experiment a little bit. Oh, why not? There's a bit of gold, gold glitter pen. I'm trying to merge the black with the brown. Maisie, come on in. Sorry. Come on in. Come on. Right. I thought while I'm standing up, I might as well get more pens. See if I can really capture this sunflower. I'm going to go for the black again with the brown because I feel like the black touches were a bit much. But maybe the brown could be used. So my eyes half closed, I'm just selecting what's important here with the sunflower. What shapes are significant? So there's some dark areas where the sunflower petals meet the jug, for example. And just the outsides of the petals are explained bit by bit, the shadows coming up to meet them. This is kind of a chalk then. Quite a nice brown chalk pencil. It gives it a bit more of a painterly feel than the graphic ink. And there's leaves up there. I actually had some. I like the idea of using a little bit of paper to describe the leaves. And yes, I actually found the masking tip. Found the glue. Yeah, there's something kind of pleasing about the scattering of green being explained there by a piece of paper rather than drawn in. Lovely light coming through. Something like that happened. Anyway, I thought I could use the smaller pieces then to kind of say this is where the sunflower petals stop and the foliage in the background starts. So just little triangles of greenish colour I'm using to explain the negative spaces between the petals. No idea what I'm going to do to describe the yellow yet. I can't see any bright enough yellow in any of my pots. I'll figure something out. I should have the phone there. I thought I should have some idea of the time so I'm not late for this thing. Yeah, 25 to. Maybe just connect up those bits. Don't you start noisy. Right, so that's that. Now, let's see. My eye is being drawn to this a lot. I don't know, keep that fluorescent. It's more of a real cadmium orange yellow that I'm looking at here. That's another kind of fluorescent thing. I think I need something to describe the bulk of the sunflower that's a bit more muted. I'm not seem to be finding anything muted here. Well, let me just start with this. I can blend it with something. So the outer petals will be nice and bright anyway. So that's okay that they're bright out there. And I feel like I can mingle this with something else. I wonder what this colour's like. It's not really got much ink in it, but it's quite a good colour actually, as far as I can see. Okay, it's coming a bit now. Oh, I think it's gold. Anyway, it's working well enough, I think. Okay, what am I doing with it? And just, yeah, with half closed eyes, I think I will just do those bits that are in the shadows and then figure out what to do about the light. It is really gold. Let's see now, how will I do the rest of it? I could put a bit of this yellow in, I suppose. I mean, it's not that colour, but it's at least getting towards the light. More of an orangey yellow that I'm seeing, really. Oh, I think that was supposed to be. Oh no, I thought I'd done an extra. A light petal dark there by mistake. Look at this, I might as well stick with the gold theme. We've got glitter now here. Glitter pen. Again, it's not working that well, but bridging the gap a small bit between the gold and the poor yellow marker that's not having much of an effect. Well, it's quite enough actually. Okay, and I want to fix the center of it there again so that it's circular. And I might use this pen again, sure. What do we do with that now? Oh, I think I'm going to go with this bright one. Oh look, that's quite a good colour. I thought it was going to be fluorescent, it's not. Yeah, that's okay. That might work over some of the gold actually, to calm it down a small bit. even the yellow is bright there. I might need to use some collage paper. Look what I just found handy enough in my watercolour bag. Because I think I'm getting nowhere fast with all these pens. So what am I going to do with that now? Yeah, stick that, not even the whole thing. Stick that there and see how it works. I think paper is a good way to describe petals that are in the light. And especially sunflowers, they seem to have this lovely glow about them. There's a piece up there that's got white in it, so I'll use the white of the paper to do that. And another bit here. Whoa. The thing about this 30 days gathering is that I kind of challenge myself, I suppose, to do something every day without it feeling like a challenge. It's just something where I've decided to show up, and it makes me feel playful. I don't feel like I have to do something important, which is one of the most wonderful things with art. As soon as you feel like you don't have to do something important, you're released from any the usual kind of shoulda, woulda, coulda carry on. So thanks for your part in this. I think this will go on there now. Nice bright one again. I'm leaving some of the edges, the white torn paper at some of the edges, because I feel like that's I think that's a good idea for explaining the light, because this yellow I found isn't that bright a yellow, and the pieces that some of the petals I'm explaining are really bright. So I'm kind of leaving some white patches so that it gives a feeling of there being more light than there is in my torn paper. Just kind of scanning to try and get a general feel of where the light and bright bits are. As opposed to doing it like a literal botanical explanation of sunflower. I do want to capture the kind of whirling character of it and how it's shining very brightly. So it may be necessary to put some of the darker accents in as well now. It's not a word I've often used, it's not a word accent. Look at that, there's a lovely, on the other side of it, there's a lovely pink. I think it might work for the flower that's sticking over there. I'll put a bit more yellow before I go. Maybe I don't know. Erin's great today, busy out walking, so I don't feel I have to do that before my call, so that means I'm able to be here with you. I was trying to soften some of those pen marks that I had made earlier. What about down here now? I can do it something a bit darker over that gold. This is a Sharpie, it could be very dark. Test it out. I don't know if this will work though over the don't know if it'll work over the acrylic pen. It'll work in places anyway. Let's just say this is very dark. I mean, I suppose I could just use black in there as well. Really dark patches there. will be kind of helpful, I think, to show off the brightness then again. And even in here, I suppose I could, some few darks in there as well. Not everywhere, but just here and there. Going around the flowers, some of the entries into the petals can be quite dark. It looks a little bit odd now the way I've done it, so I'm going to break up the dark again with some of that there. And then I'm going to stick on the petal there. Bridge over that bit of it. I didn't like that sticky up bit. Okay. And I suppose I could just use some of the brown again. But it's not really that dark in places. This is the brown chalk over the acrylic, over the gold acrylic. I'm just, I think, wanting to subdue the shadows a little bit so that they're not all that bright. And that the brighter bits of collage can stand out a bit more. Let me put something green down the blower. And then I better head off, really. Because that area feels a little bit weird to me, that it's like full of, I don't know, needs maybe some orange. And I might put just a little nod of the orange collage paper in there as well. It is fairly bright in places in the middle too. It's okay. This painting is going over to Ireland. My sister bought it. It's Maisie. Sound effects of the bone cracking. My neighbour gives her bones. She goes to a butcher and she gets bones from them. And Maisie loves it, getting a bone over the fence. Yeah, I think after this last movie, I call it a day. You know, I'll tell you what, it was a lot of fun. And what you could do is you could find something that you could use, some picture, whether it be one of your own paintings or anything at all, really, a photograph from a magazine, or that you could that you might feel inspired to work from, with, you know, colouring in stuff. Kind of fun, just using stuff that you might use as a child, you know. This is Return of the Swallows by Susanna Orr Holland. I went and saw her singing down in the, heard her singing beautifully down in the Glen in Roslin there last week. And she gave me this flyer, and I feel giving it a new lease of life now is no harm, because her album has already been launched. It was at the Storytelling Centre in Edinburgh. She's a beautiful singer if you want to look her up. There's a bird on her, and the tree behind her there that could maybe be quite a nice little addition here too. Might as well stick a songbird in. Although to be honest with you, I don't know where to put it. There maybe. What was I saying? But yeah, so it's a lot of fun, you know, to select, to just look at that bright orange. So I could maybe use that. I better go. I could maybe use a bit of this orange, thinner torn bit of orange there for that bit, you know. Seems a bit better to me. That it'd be kind of orange rather than the gold thing. Pop it in there and we'll see. And put a touch of it over there as well. All right. And I mean, you could find something exciting for that pot too, like maybe a patterned paper or something would be nice for that. Or we can do something with that for last seconds. Oh jeepers, it's going to be a bit of a mess, I'd say. We need a brush, like, to use the stencil. Got enough in my hands there, I think, to spread it out a bit anyway. This is acrylic pen I'm using still. Okay, now I really better go. Hey, all right. Okay, everyone, thanks very much for being with me. It happened. I don't know if you can really see it with the light shining on it, but it was good fun. And that's the painting I did it from. Oh, got a bit of blue in it. Sorted. All right, see you tomorrow.